Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick update on my planner setup. I just filmed a video that's very similar for my Instagram, kind of explaining how I'm using a planner system, and I thought I would go ahead and put up same discussion on YouTube because it's a little bit easier for everyone to watch. So I'm currently using two planners, and I think like most people's planning system, it sort of evolves from month to month, and I use them in different ways, but I find two is sort of my number when it comes down to what I can handle at one time. I'm currently using my Hobonichi Cousin, which is an A5 size bound book planner. I just have this in a Moterm cover that I picked up from Amazon, and then I'm currently using a Pocket XL Gillio in Rust for sort of like my daily planning. So let's talk about this one first. So the ring planner is really what I kind of consider to be my main and only planner. This is where I would look if someone wanted to schedule a doctor's appointment or any sort of future events, we get invited to a wedding. This is the planner that I'm going to turn to. I'm going to reference this to see if we are available or if there's anything else happening on those dates. If something's happening within the month, I've got quick access here to see, hey, what's going on? Do I need to make any adjustments? Whatever needs to be accomplished on the monthly, weekly, and daily basis are happening within here as well. My planner is also where I like to keep track of all of my habits, and within the habits, typically a lot of my goal planning ends up in here as well. And this is kind of where I'm able to see that data, where I'm more likely to open this every day, populate that data, and at the end of the month, I will more or less summarize what's on my habit trackers and like gratitude logs and things like that, and I will move it into my Hobonichi Cousin. There's a lot of things that I keep track of in here that don't necessarily ever end up in my Cousin as well. Some of these like projects and lists, these short-term reference information that I know I really don't need to see, 3 months from now, typically don't end up in there. My recipes don't make sense very often for me to look up in my Hobonichi Cousin unless it was like a family recipe and I'm going to be doing some journaling about that. Maybe I'm talking about my grandma and it was my grandma's recipe, then I might put the recipe in my Hobonichi Cousin so there was like some context to go with it. But the ring planner is really my workhorse. I really like the pocket size for its portability. It fits in my bag really well. It fits in my hand really well. And I like that it doesn't take up my entire desk space even when it's open. It's quite compact. And right now, working from home, my work setup is really inconsistent. I'm kind of moving from one area to the other areas of the house because my husband is also working from home and we're kind of sharing office space. So having something that allows me to put all of the stuff I'm trying to keep track of in one place and portable has been kind of just like an answer to all my problems right now, and I'm really enjoying the pocket planner. So again, this is probably what I consider to be my planner, but there is some planning aspects that do happen within my Hobonichi Cousin. So the Hobonichi Cousin is definitely something I showcase a little bit more on my YouTube channel because this is like my main squeeze, if you will. I spend a lot of time within my Hobonichi Cousin, but when it comes to planning, really the only planning that's going to happen within my planner is in the Cousin and the weekly spreads. Sorry, I said that wrong. So what I will do on a weekly basis is I will take my ring planner and I will flip to the next week and I will reference this list. So this is where all my pre-planning happens. I can see what my meetings are going to be for the week, any all-day events that I have going on, and everything that I said I wanted to accomplish for the week. So I'll reference this list, and then what I will do is I will flip to week 29 in my Hobonichi, and then this is what I'm planning when I do a plan with me. I will take all this information, which is everything that needs to get done, and then I will come up with a game plan on what day I want to accomplish those tasks and give myself a nice visual of the week. So this is the only planner where I actually have a layout of like when all my activities are happening on top of like deciding I want to do this task on Friday. I don't actually put that like within the weekly section of this spring planning. So this is everything that needs to get done, all the pre-planning. This gives me a visual of what the game plan is. So this is what I want my week to look like. And then when I will flip to my daily, I will look at my daily page, and here, whatever didn't get done, I migrate to the next day. And then from here, I will take a look at the 11th and say, hey, what did I have planned? Obviously, I have nothing planned for the weekend, so I would pull those items in as well. So this is what I want to get done on specific days. This is what will actually get done on specific days. And then in the evening, what I will do is I'll kind of marry these back up. So I like to keep the Hobonichi Cousin as my yearly archive. This is the only book I keep at the end of the year, so I like having my weekly pages filled in with what actually happened, what tasks actually got accomplished, along with all the little memories that happen throughout the day. So I will take my daily page and I will move over any additional tasks that got done, any sort of notes that happened from throughout the day or memories that I want to keep. It all gets moved onto this weekly page. So I have a nice complete record of my year in a bound book. I do get asked a lot about my daily pages as well, and I definitely get some good use out of them. I basically use the daily page in two ways. On one portion of the day, I will typically write some sort of reference information. I use the term collection a lot, which is a bullet journal term, really. But this is information that I might want to look up in the future. Sometimes it's information that's not necessarily like reference driven. Like I've got June's gratitude list in here, notes on a TV show that I was watching, a summary of my habits. So some of this is more like relevant, useful information that I might want to look up a year from now. It's basically just taking all of the information from my reference and list section that I might need, and I will typically move it on here into the daily page and then index this, and then I will do my daily journaling on the right hand side. I will say that like I don't have something to index every day or some like really like handful big information that I want to look up. So sometimes I'm just doing like journaling all day. Sometimes I've been writing out like what my routine is looking like, or like what I've been doing with my skincare and stuff like that, because this is a nice record of my year. And while I like to use this in a functional way, it can still be a lot of journaling and a lot of like memory keeping in a way as well. So I typically refer to my Hobonichi Cousin as my archive, because this is the book that I keep at the end of the year. This is where I'm going to look back on memories. If I want to find something or that I know I've written down at one point, I'm going to be able to find it within this planner. And having an archive really allows my rings to just be purely functional. This is what I need to focus on now, this month, this week, what needs to get done. It's a lot more task-based driven than any sort of memory keeping, but I still have fun using like stickers here and there throughout the daily pages and making it slightly decorative. But I do consider the pocket planner to be sort of like my workhorse daily planner, and this is more my like creative archive journaling memory time where I get to have a little bit more fun, but I still find a lot of function in this as well. And I think a lot of people could probably use the Hobonichi Cousin as their one-stop shop, but this is something where I baby the paper a lot. I like to keep my pages really nice because I do keep this at the end of the year, and I don't necessarily want the pages to get like folded or bent up, because I like to keep this kind of nice and pristine. And I love decorating these pages and using them both like functionally and memory keeping wise as well. So I kind of baby this planner. So this allows me to kind of keep this looking really nice and still get to be able to use this planner. But then also I just have something where I don't have to be as precious or delicate when it comes to like what my handwriting looks like and things like that. So that is how I'm currently using these two planners. I'm sure a couple months from now I will be using these two in a little bit of a different way. They're constantly shifting between what I prefer to do and what planner, but right now this is working out quite well for me. It's keeping me on task, it's keeping me focused, and it's been a good like creative stress reliever this year as well. So let me know if you have made up any switches to your planner lineup for July, or if you're looking to do anything different for August. Let me know in the comments down below if you've made it this long. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.